As Dr. Chabra mentioned, it used to be a condition that was not to be treated because of the complexity of the injury. But what I have found that when appropriate rehabilitation is provided, it is very treatable, and you can see people around this conference moving around in wheelchairs. It's very possible to have a life after spinal injury, and I feel that this is why this meeting is so important. I think one is the educational aspect. I represent the International Spinal Cord Society Educational Committee, so it's very important to increase the capacity of healthcare staff in the management of this condition. It's also very important to make people realise that this is a speciality and to encourage young doctors and professionals to go into this area of rehabilitation. And I feel another very important reason for this meeting is that actually, as Dr. Chabra mentioned, is actually to encourage and stimulate the development of services, because the people you see around this conference in wheelchairs would not be here. They would not have survived if they didn't have the services they need. So I think having this conference, it promotes that. And I feel the third and most important thing is why you are all here, to actually increase awareness about spinal injury in Chennai and in Tamil Nadu and in India, because it's a condition that we were talking about. You don't realize its impact until it affects you or it affects your family, but it can have a devastating effect, but it is possible to manage. So I think to increase awareness to prevent the condition in the first instance, but also to increase awareness that this is a condition that can be managed and people can have a life after injury. So I appreciate you, a full room, being here, and thank you for spreading the awareness of spinal cord injury.
Prevention is better than cure. So we have to, the causes for spine injury are mainly two things in India. One is road accidents. Second is fall from heights. So in terms of road accidents, there are lots and lots of regulations. All we need to do is to implement regulations. So traffic signals, drink and driving, seat belts, helmets. So all of these things is one we have to follow. Second thing is fall from heights. So if you see that we are a very fast growing economy, if you look at around Chennai, outskirts of Chennai, there's all high-rise buildings all the time. People who work there come from a very low socio income, and most of them are North Indians as well. So there is no regulations. Well, some companies follow regulations, some companies don't follow regulation. So they all have to wear a helmet, they have to wear special shoes, gloves, but they don't follow that. And they also don't have insurance if they fall down. Maybe the big builders will have insurance, but the smaller builders don't have insurance. So these are all the regulations that the government has to implement. So only when the government implements these things, we will be able to prevent spinal cord injury.